How difficult was it to write a script for a story who already exists?
I mean, it's always a tricky one where you know, in order to make them alive, the characters, and make them real within the within the limits of the film. You know, as a screenwriter, you need to get under the skin of the characters and you know, start to own them as a characters, even though they're real people. And at the same time, you need to keep that in mind, that it's real people that you're writing about, and you can't lie. You need to be true. Let's say I've seen everything and read everything, and from that I've tried to make a story that is, you know, not a documentary, but more of a you know, story about the two people in the world that people thought were the two most different people, but in a way we're more similar than anybody could expect. Yeah.
Which character you prefer to describe in your script?
I would say that, in a way, I recognize myself more in Borg, since, you know, as a Swede, I'm used to lock in every emotion and be like a volcano on the inside. So yeah, maybe Björn a little. Yeah.
Do you play tennis?
Well, now I do, but I didn't play before. I had never been on a tennis court, so I had 7 months boot camp.
What was the difficult part of your boot camp?
Hitting the ball.
It was amazing to see how similar you look to Björn, and was it hard to play such quiet role?
Yeah, I mean, you had to find a way to keep the feelings on the inside, but still show something. So of course, but I think every role is hard.
What was the most difficult scene you had to shoot?
I think probably the Wimbledon final, because it was a lot of tennis and we had to practice for weeks to get the points right.
Cool. Do you met Björn?
Yeah, Björn I met.
And what he said about your rule?
Oh, he congratulated me. He was very happy about it.
And how this project came to you?
Well, I came on board this project on the basis of a script written by the very talented Swedish screenwriter called Ronnie Sandell. And I'm Danish, I'm not Swedish, I'm not American. I actually didn't have a particular interest in tennis, so I thought, you know, why the hell would I make a movie like this? But I read the first 10 pages of Ronnie's script and I was just in, because this was such a beautiful story about human beings, about existential questions, about the loneliness and the hardships of playing tennis. And it was obviously about one of the greatest tennis matches ever played. So that's how I just became hooked and started my own journey into the story, which ended up becoming a very personal journey for me.
And in what sport are you personally into?
Skiing. I'm a huge skier.
The next movie will be about
I'd love to make a film about downhill skiing.
Oh, that would be great.
Yeah. Very short, 2 minutes. Whoosh.